Welcome to the Blue Corner. My name's Dennis, and it's time for collection update. Today, I have around 30 or so titles, so for the sake of content, I'm gonna spread them out a little bit. So today, you'll get part 1, probably next week part 2, and the week after that, part 3. So, just for the sake of content, so I have a little, and it doesn't take me this long to make a new video. So today, 10 titles, next week 10 titles, so on and so on. So let's just dive into it. Got 10 titles, as I said, and thanks to Arrow Video, a good chunk of these are Arrow titles. They had a, what was it called, Camp Slasher sale not too long ago, where I picked up 5 titles. So first up, I picked up A Fish Called Wanda. Anything that has to do with John Cleese, Michael Palin, and no, there's no other Monty Python guys in this one. At least those 2 guys, Monty Python, I'll pick it up. Jamie Lee Curtis, another bonus. I don't remember too much of this movie. A little... I don't... John Cleese and Jamie Lee Curtis did a movie together later, where I might have this one mixed up with that one. I don't even know the original title for that other one. Only the Danish one. So, yeah, doesn't matter. I picked up A Fish Called Wanda. Porky's. The, what was it, 80? Yeah, I want to say early 70s, late 70s, early 80s. I don't remember what year it was. Doesn't matter. Early 80s, I'll say. American Pie style kind of movie, I guess. Well, this is a fun movie, and I was quite surprised to see it back on Arrow's site, as I had thought it was sold out. And for £5, heck yeah, I was gonna get this. I guess this is the original artwork. I'm not quite sure which one. If this didn't have the title above, I'm not sure I would have guessed Porky's for this. So, yeah. I might go with the original one. Like that one. There we go. Porky's. And then I picked up The Burning. And yes, I did have this on Steelbook. And yes, I did sell that steelbook. I got a really good offer on a couple of my steelbooks, so I just picked up the standard edition and still had money to spare. Let's see. And I do really like this movie. This is one of the 80s slasher movies. I never understood why there was never no sequel to it. All those movies, terrible slasher movies that has sequels. Yes, there's some terrible slasher movies out there. A lot of good ones, don't get me wrong. And the other one I sold the steelbook of was The Thing from John Carpenter. Really good movie. And I did pick this up in the sale again. I won't be surprised if we see a 4K release of this in the near future. But until then, I had to have it in the collection one way or another. Final, in that sale, I picked up Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. 80s, again 80s. I love a lot of 80s movies. I guess there's more in this update from the 80s. Now, I know I've seen this one before, but it's been forever. I don't remember it that much. It is 80s cheesy action as far as I remember. But again, it was only £5 and it sold out really fast in that sale actually. So yeah, managed to grab it. Just need to get around to watching it. From 101 Films, Black Label number 14. New Kids. The New Kids. Another 80s movie. Again, as you can see, this is still sealed. I have seen the movie again not that long ago. Actually, Mill Creek put it out, so saw that copy, and I had seen it before. Not the biggest fan of this movie, to be honest, but it's another number in the Black Label collection. Had to get it. James Spader is in this movie, and he actually does play the creep bad guy really well, and he looks funny with the blonde hair. From Eureka, I picked up Mr. Vampire, Chinese, Hong Kong, vampire, martial arts, horror, comedy. There's so many genres to put this movie under, and again, still sealed. I have seen this before, and I saw it again recently, and I love this movie. This is the first in a what I believe there's 5 movies total, and while this is the one I love the most, I really do hope Eureka gets the sequels too. This is just a blast to watch. Think Return of the Living Dead in the American horror comedy style, just with vampires and martial arts. I guess that's the closest I would say I could compare it to. It's silly, over the top, stupid, but a blast to watch. And next, from 88 Films, picked up again 80s. I want to say pretty much all in almost all these movies. Almost all 80s movies. Invasion USA, Chuck Norris, 88 Films. And I actually had the slipcover myself. I don't remember if I ever picked this movie up before and sold it or what, but I had the slipcover. 88 had a sale going on, so yeah, picked up the movie to put it in the slipcover. I remember watching this quite a bit as a child too, and yeah, again, I don't remember having had this edition before, but I could have, and maybe didn't like the movie nearly as much as I remembered I did, but yeah, it's in the collection again now. So, another 88 title, and that collection is slowly growing. Next up, Arrow Limited Edition of Creepshow 2. I picked up the blue-greenish, I don't, green? Not sure what you call this color. This edition from Arrow's own site. I believe this was exclusive to their own site. There was a red version too that might have been available everywhere. But I like this one the best. And again, still sealed. Haven't gotten around to seeing it. I have seen it before. And I just had to get this. Creepshow 1 came out from Scream Factory in a special limited edition. Still have that. Or have that still sealed. So had to get the second one. now we only need someone to put out the third one. I know it's not a good movie, but I want it still, just to have them all. And it looks like a nice edition. I just need to find the time to get through. I've been watching a bunch of more movies as of late, just to try and catch up a little bit, but it's new movies. I'm finding it hard to find the time to go back and watch movies I've watched before, but I still want them in the collection. And then finally, for this time around, picked up Captain Marvel. First time I get this steelbook. This time I decided to simply wait for them to put out the lenticular edition. I never picked up the original steelbook. Way too many times I bought the original steelbook, bought the lenticular when it came out, and then sold the original one. Why not save the money? I know it's a year after the lenticular editions come out, so there's a little bit of a wait. But yeah, it is what it is. I collect the lenticular editions, so I'll wait for them to come out. So yeah, first time having Captain Marvel in the collection. Only saw it once in the theater. Still haven't seen this. I don't know if there's much movement in the lenticular magnet here. And then the cover. And the cat on the backside. I don't hate the movie, but much like pretty much everybody else, I don't love it either. So, there you have it. Part 1 of my 3-part collection update. And with that, see you next week. Peace out.